Love you all. Welcome, all you lovers, to the Florida Love Show. This is your love hour right before happy hour, sponsored by Florida Love. Join us each week as we spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love. Now, back to spreading love.
Hey, all you lovers. Welcome to the Florida Love Show. We're going to have a great show today. I'm looking to spreading love in the world, in the Florida community, and transforming the world with love. So, I want to talk about love today, and I've been thinking a lot about saying I love you and like what a world we would have if we all got along and we all loved each other. I mean, like, what an incredible world this would be. And, like, I have a love virus. I get up every day and I choose love. And as human beings, I believe that when we're born, we're pure love. And I mean, if you look at babies or you look at 2-year-olds or 3-year-olds or 4-year-olds, they're love. They don't think about judgment. They don't think about upset or anger or resentment. I mean, to me, upset or anger or resentment, that's like swallowing poison. And who'd want to swallow poison? I mean, to me, the ultimate happiness is to love and be loved. So that's what the Florida Love Show is about. And Florida Love, I've created platforms where people can share love and spread love. So one of the ways that we spread love on the Florida Love Show is right here on the show. And if anybody wants to be a guest, please feel free to contact me. You can contact me at 917-699-1995 or ken at florida-love.com. And we're the love hour before happy hour. And hopefully there'll be a happy hour soon. But right now, we're going to just love Fridays. It'll be Friday Love. So please feel free to contact me if you want to be a guest on the show. Every guest who's on the show, it is put into the magazine every month. We just put out our magazine. So our magazine, it came out for April. It's online. You can watch it on our website or look at it on our website at florida-love.com. And if you want to be in the magazine, please contact me as well. And again, every guest goes into the magazine. So it's a very special place to spread love. We also have 4 Facebook groups. We have Love Will Keep Us Together, where you can post about love. And we have Florida Love Networking, where you can post about anything with your business or philanthropy or nonprofit, where you want to share love and what you're up to so everybody can know about it. We also have Love Songs, which you can post your favorite love songs or favorite songs, favorite music. And we also have the Love Circle, which is our way of bringing people together. As far as we have a virtual Love Circle that we have every week, Thursday at 5 p.m. So we'll be posting about that and where everybody gets together and we share and spread love. And then we also have, when Rex spoke of Barron at the Town Center Mall, when that opens up, we're going to be meeting at Rex spoke of Barron and having a Florida Love Hour every Thursday at 5. So there are different ways to spread love. We keep creating different ways, different platforms to love each other. And I just really want to welcome everybody watching the Florida Love Show. We have an amazing show. And right now I'm going to bring on Sharon. Sharon is incredible. Sharon is a cantor and a singer and a performer, and she writes songs about people for their bar mitzvahs or bat mitzvahs or for weddings or any like special love event that you want to celebrate. And so Sharon wrote a song about me and the Florida Love Show. So she's going to play that now. And later on, she's going to sing a special song for one of our guests. And I love you all. So welcome to the Florida Love Show.
Hi, everyone. This is Sharon.
Hi, Sharon. Love you.
Hey, I'm singing the Florida Love Show by Shir Rosen and myself. In the Florida Love Show, paying the forward is the theme. It's the Florida Love Show, hosted by Kenny and History. Every special guest brings their love to the set. And the interview flies, it all comes alive like a duet. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light, follow this man. Live your dreams and your day. If you love them, you are on your way. In the Florida Love Show, Kenny Red is your guide. He wears faded hearts, oh, he has a very special side. Now in Brooklyn Cafe, there's a big love buffet. With roses galore, now you are adored. Come take a bouquet. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light, follow this man. Live your dreams and your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light, follow this man. Live your dreams and your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light, follow this man. Live your dreams and your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Send the gift of love and pay it forward and go. Give a kiss, give a hug. It's the Florida Love Show.
Beautiful, Sharon. Wow. So Sharon wrote that song. Sharon wrote that song. She wrote the music, and it's such an honor to have Sharon. I love Sharon so much. Sharon, you look so beautiful back there by the piano. And one thing about love is to be able to tell people you love them. And one thing I always say is, I always say, what kind of a world would we have if we all told each other that we love each other? Like, what an amazing world we would have. And one of the things Sharon writes in the song is, show your love whenever you can. And I mean, I speak to so many people, and they're like, I mean, I don't listen to judgment. I don't listen to gossip. I don't listen to that. I call that the caca on top of the love. I mean, really, what we are underneath is pure love. And when I listen to people telling them, if like the Florida love, this is my dream. If one person goes out today, I call it loving it forward, and tells somebody else that they love them, just one person. Like I say, I love you to everybody. And one of the things I notice in life is one of the things that gets in the way is that people have a fear of getting hurt. So they don't say I love you because they're afraid of getting hurt. And then the second thing that comes in is they think, well, if I say I love you, what's the person going to think? Like, is the person going to think, if I say it to a guy, am I gay? Or if I say it to a woman, I'm interested. Love is a beautiful thing. Love is a term of endearment. And the happiest thing in life is to love and be loved. So here at Florida Love, we spread love. And I see it as like, if we all got along, what an amazing world we would have. And Sharon is
Can
so
I
special. I mean, sure, Sharon, tell me.
also, I was just going to say, such pure love and really pure relaying is that it's just that. It's just love. No meaning behind it, no underlying ulterior motives. Like you said, you can just say it to someone without them adding anything other than the three little word of I love you. And that's what's so special about you, Kenny, and makes me proud to be a part of the show.
Yeah, and Sharon, you and I say I love you to each other every time we talk. And the thing is, Sharon's married, she's got kids. It doesn't mean anything. It's a term of endearment, and it's the most beautiful term of endearment.
My husband
And
loves
I'm out and I love her husband. We, to love, and I love your daughter, and when she's been on the show. And to me, there's so many people I speak to who don't talk to people. Like getting pissed off. To me, it's either love you or F you. I hate to say that, but it's like, it's a choice every day. Am I going to be upset and angry and resentful and drink poison? Or am I going to love and forgive and love somebody? And I mean, I speak to so many people who don't talk to people in their family, brothers, sisters, moms, dads, friends, best friends. I mean, to me, I go, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, what would the world be if we just all loved each other? So if I can have one person call somebody up who they don't talk to and just say, let's drop all the whatever happened, and just let's just love each other again. I mean, Sharon, what do you think of that? Like seeing what's possible.
Yeah, I think that this is a time we're all home to pick up the phone to people that we haven't spoken to in a while, to people that we can rekindle a relationship that went out the window and throw everything out to the window and come from nothing, just from love. No rehashing, no what was, just hey, I was thinking of you, I love you, the world has gotten a fresh start. Let's take it on too. I mean, it's a perfect time, and to check in on loved ones, to call people who you know that are alone, that don't have people to call them. Just take it on. If you take on two people to call a day, every day, the transformation that can happen from your heart touching theirs is life changing.
So here we're here at the Florida Love Show to change lives, and transform the world with love. So who could you go out and say I love you to right now, who you're not talking to, or you just want to make their day? Mom, dad, brother, sister, friends, say I love you. So I love you all. We're going to come back after this. Sharon's going to sing another really amazing special song to Ellie, and we're going to have Stacy from Ellie's Army on, and she's going to share about how she helps families who are going through life-threatening illnesses, and she's going to share with us all the love she spreads in the world. And so we're going to take a commercial break right now, and then we're going to come back. Love you all. Welcome back to the Florida Love Show. I was just looking at Ellie just now, and I was just, oh my God, I feel like I've gotten to know Ellie, Stacy's daughter, who's who just is so beautiful and loving, and she has such a zest for life. I'm so excited to share about her. I'm dedicating this show to Ellie, Stacy's daughter, because she's something special. So I'm going to bring Sharon and Stacy on right now, and we're going to share. Hey, Stacy. Hi, Stacy. Welcome to the show. Hey, Sharon.
Thank you for having.
You're welcome. So Stacy and I, we know each other from high school. We go way back when, and I love Stacy so much. And ever since I've gotten to know Stacy, I've gotten to know her daughter Ellie. And Stacy will share more with you about Ellie. And Sharon created a song for Ellie. So Sharon's going to sing this love song for Ellie, and then we're going to share more about Ellie. And
Okay, hi everyone. Stacy, you can hear me?
I could hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Making sure that you can hear because this is especially for you. Every word that I wrote had you and your daughter in mind. I took this theme from Ice Castles called Through the Eyes of Love, and I changed the name to Through Ellie's Beautiful Eyes. And this is for you. Life through Ellie's beautiful eyes, living on borrowed time, left an amazing legacy. She knew how to reach you, always shining light, leading her fight. Only joy through Ellie's eyes. Bold warrior, one of a kind, directing everyone like an orchestra. With her funny attitude, she could heal so much with faith and gratitude, changing the world through Ellie's eyes. Somehow she so believed that even in her storm she'd win her fight. With loving family beside her, she was alright. So please don't let her memory fade. She had a special heart. I want you to remember how she used to smile, laugh and sing out loud, always finding the strength, looking through Ellie's beautiful eyes. And now I do believe that even in a storm she guides with light. The love from Ellie's army shines bright. So please reach for the stars. You will go far. That's all she ever wanted. She knew life really mattered. Wishing upon a star, your dreams come true. Looking through Ellie's beautiful eyes.
Thank you, Sharon. Oh, very
You're welcome.
appreciate it.
That was for you, for Ellie's legacy and memory, all who loved her, all who cared for her, and all the efforts that Ellie's Army continues to do. From all my heart.
So much. You really captured her spirit.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
I'm going to send you the words so you have the memory.
Thank you so much.
Wow, that was beautiful. I'm so moved. Wow. Thank you, Sharon. You're so beautiful. I love you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me share my gift of song to Stacy.
Thank you.
So now I'm going to have Stacy share about Ellie, because I really would love if everybody got to know she's a special angel to me. And Stacy, please let me know about Ellie and Ellie's Army. Let the
Okay.
world know.
Well, first of all, Kenny, thank you so much for having the show. It's, great that we connected. Like you said, we met in high school. And I'm going to put a plug in for your company because the reason why we reconnected was I needed for the Ellie's Army Foundation. And I thought, well, Kenny's down in Florida, and I might as well give the business to somebody that I knew in high school. And so I got in contact with you, and you've been my printer ever since. And you've done a wonderful job for us, and you're really terrific. So thank you.
I love you, Stacy. Thank you.
So I'm supposed to talk about Ellie. Like, this is a mother's dream to be able to have a captive audience and talk about her daughter. And it's my favorite topic. She was a terrific, she was full of life. And I think that the reason that this show is so perfect for her is because Ellie was full of life and she loved life. And it was exhibited in the way that she lived her life and how she tackled her struggles and faced them. And, the memories and the legacy that she left is a lot of the wisdom that she passed on to me and to many other people about how to live life and how to enjoy what's important. That was Ellie.
So, Stacy, share with everybody the story of what happened to Ellie so they get a background on what happened with Ellie.
So he was born with a disease, cystic fibrosis, which is a genetic, it's not completely a lung disease, but that's how it presents itself mostly. And so she lived with this all of her life, and she didn't have it easy. She needed to the mucus in a person's body that has CF is very thick. And so wherever you have mucus in your body, it could cause infections and blockages. So from a very early age, we had to give LBs, and she always had to fight to be healthy. But this was just a part of her life, and it was, she just embraced it and moved forward and fought. Um, Ellie lived to be 23 years old. She died about 5 years ago, a little bit more. She had an amazing last chapter. She had 2 double lung transplants at Duke University Medical Center. And she really put up an amazing fight. And she taught us all, how to do it, how to live, how to manage this world. world with all its obstacles and difficulties, and how to do it with grace. And that was my daughter. So I was thinking about what I could talk about, and I remember Ellie telling me once that one of the things about our lives together was that we chose to live in love rather than fear. And so I thought that that would be a good thing for us to discuss a little bit, Kenny, because I think that the bottom line is we're either living in one or the other. We can't be existing in this lifetime in both. So if we choose to live in love, we have like compassion and gratitude, acceptance, beauty, all of these things. And if we choose to live in fear, then the emotions we feel are anger, hate, jealousy, greed, um, stuff that eats away at us, and like you said, it's poison. And so my daughter could have felt sorry for herself, but she never did. She had a great life. It was a tough life, but it was a great life. And she always appreciated it. She knew that she only had a certain amount of time here on earth and that it was limited. But she never let that get her down. Basically, how she dealt with it was feeling like I'm going to pack in as much as I can so that I can enjoy this and take it for a ride. She accomplished more in a short time than many people live to 100 achieve. So I was very proud of her and very proud of the way that she lived. Um, she she taught me the lessons that she taught me have stayed with me now after her passing in my own grief. I always thought that it was me, like I was the one that was the parent. I was supposed to be teaching my child, but in actuality, it was very clear to me now that Ellie was placed on this earth with me to be my teacher. And I learned a lot from her. I learned how to laugh at life. I learned how to not take myself so seriously. Um, I learned to, you know, pack it in. And she was tough. She was a tough cookie.
Share the story, Stacy, about the Broadway show.
Oh, well, like I said, she was tough,
Hmm.
and it was, it prepared her for all that was to give her later on. Being Ellie's mother, as a teenager, she was a fighter, and she had a very strong will. One night, I was taking her to see a Broadway show, and I was driving into Manhattan. Bus comes out from the side of the road and hits my car. And so I had to pull over, and I'm on the sidewalk talking to the bus driver, waiting for the police to come. And my daughter looks at me and puts her hands on her hips and says, "Well, there's no reason why both of us should miss the show." And I wanted to kill her. I wanted to absolutely murder her. I mean, I couldn't believe she was going to leave me standing there on the sidewalk. And she did. But the reason why it's such a great story is because um, I have a sister who lost two children, actually. And one day we were talking to each other, and she asked me, "Do you ever feel guilty because we're here doing things and experience them?" And that story popped into my head. And I thought to myself, you know what? Ellie would say, there's no reason why both of us should miss the show. You know, it's a gift that she actually gave me because she gave me permission. I'm still here. You need to live and I need to enjoy and I need to do the best that I could do in this world while I'm here. And you know, that was the way that she lived. And so she taught me. She taught me a lot.
Mm. Well, she's taught me so much. I love you, Stacy, and I love Ellie so much. I mean, I have learned so much about zest for life from Ellie. Gratitude, as we discussed, acceptance, love, and being the opposite of fear, love. And I also, Ellie had a zest for um, a sense of humor. She had such a witty.
She,
She was a comedic actress.
she was
And
an
so, Stacy,
actress.
I want to play the video of Ellie and also her singing "Life Is a Cabaret" to let people get a glimpse of Ellie.
Hi, I'm Ellie Levy, and I have cystic fibrosis. Even though I have CF, even though I have CF, I am very fortunate because I have all the things that are necessary to keep me healthy and as healthy as possible. But not all children who have CF are as fortunate as I am.
It's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, oh just. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. Wow. Alone in your room, come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, oh child. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the book and the broom. It's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, oh child. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear the band. Come blow our hearts, start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. He's permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, oh child. Come to the cabaret. I used to have a girlfriend known as Elsie. Rooms in Chelsea. She wasn't what you'd call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she rented by the hour. The day she died, the neighbors came to snigger. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. But when I saw her laid out like a queen, she was the happiest corpse I've ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and say, what good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the book and the broom. It's time for a holiday. The cabaret, oh chum. for me, and that's for me. I made my mind up back in Chelsea. When I go, I'm going like else.
Start by exiting from cradle to tomb. Isn't that long a stay? Life is a cabaret, oh chum. Only a cabaret, oh chum. And I love a cabaret.
Laugh when I
Oh,
she, she enjoyed life. You know, she had fun. And that's how she lived, you know. She saw life as a cabaret. She went out to see.
I love the way she's giggling as she sings that song. She has me laughing.
She had fun. Like I said, she loved life.
Stacy, she was at Hershey Park, wasn't she, with that song?
She went for her 16th birthday with her friend. That's her friend Jake. They were in musical theater camp together for several years.
So Ellie's Army helps families with life-threatening illnesses like you went through with Ellie.
Yes. So we have a foundation. We started it many years ago when Ellie was still alive, in 2001, actually. And as Ellie got sicker, we weren't able to do as much with the foundation. So by the time she had her transplant, it was her plan to get well and come back to Florida and like start up the foundation again and get it really going and helping people. It was very important to Ellie to help people. She didn't believe that the that somebody's lifespan should depend on money. And and actually what happened was when we were at Duke, she met somebody, another girl who was there, and she wasn't able to get a transplant. In order to be accepted into many of the transplant programs at these hospitals, you need to have a certain amount of money that is accessible so that you could pay for things like relocation, medications. I mean, when Ellie passed away, she was taking 90 pills a day. Um, it's all very, very costly. So this girl did not have the $15,000 that she needed in order to be accepted into the program. So Ellie looked at my husband Brian and me and said, well, what are you going to do? It wasn't a question. It was like it was implied that we had to do something, which of course we wanted to, and we managed to get the money for her. Unfortunately, she still didn't meet the criteria for the transplant because she needed to have a caretaker that would be able to spend 24 hours a day with her, and there was nobody that could do that. So, but the bottom line is that in order to survive, it takes money. And so we foundation after Ellie died, we named it Ellie's Army in honor of her memory. And we help families of children and young adults that are suffering with life-threatening illnesses. And we help them with whatever it is that they need, whether it be medications and therapies, mortgages, electric bills. What happens is that when your child gets sick, it becomes very, very costly. And even if you have insurance, there are out-of-pocket expenses that could be very overwhelming. And a lot of what happens with the people that we help is that they pay the medical bills but then pay their daily living expenses like their mortgage or their rent, and they're looking at this. And so that's what the foundation is. We help people keep their homes, and we help turn on the electric and make sure they have food there on the table. That's what Ellie's Army does. So we're doing it in her honor, and we need support. We need support because there are a lot of people out there. So it's bad enough, I think, if you have a child that's sick, but then to not be able to afford to keep a roof over your head is just, it's just unfathomable.
And with what's going on now, with people just trying to survive with the coronavirus and financially, I'm sure Ellie's Army needs money more than ever to help these people.
Yes, we're getting a lot of applications. They're losing their jobs, they're losing their medical insurance, and it's just tough. It's tough for everybody, but especially these families that have sick children. It's rough. It's definitely rough.
Well, Stacy, I really want to thank you so much. I love you so much, and I love Ellie so much. And I feel like since this show with Ellie, I've gotten to know Ellie in a whole new way. She was pure love, and like we say, a beautiful and old soul. She's very wise, and she loved philosophy, by the way. So she was very wise.
She was a philosophy teacher at college. She always thought of the larger questions, and the whole thing goes back to living in love. And especially now, because so many people are, feeling that cooped up in arms with our loved ones. And, when we start to live in that fear, that's when the anger comes up and the irritability and the arguing and stuff. So, we have a choice. We have a choice to make a decision how we're going to live. And if we keep that in our minds, like Ellie did, I'm going to choose to live and enjoy this rather than, feeling overwhelmed, stressed, angry. Everybody gets along better. It's just a much healthier, easier way to live. So I think it applies to what we're going through now during this pandemic.
So we're going to choose to live and love today. Again, Stacy, I want to thank you so much. I'm going to go to a commercial, but I love you so much. I love Ellie so much. Thank you for everything. And we're going to go to a commercial right now. I love you. Love you all. So welcome back to the Florida Love Show, all you lovers. And we get to choose love today. We get to choose love every moment of every second of every day. And I believe that all we have in life are moments. And it's moment, 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 and then we pass. I never say death is final. I say it's called, for me, it's passing. And I'm going to live moment, 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 and then I'm going to pass whenever that is. So while I live those moments, I'm going to live the moments full out in love. And so we all have a choice every day to choose love or choose poison, resentment. It's our choice. So I choose love, and I'm going to bring out someone who is very special to me. She's the most incredible real estate agent I know. She's Pam Orson. Pam is a realtor who finds people places that they love. I was like just watching her commercial about loving where you live, about deserving it. Like we all deserve to love where we live. And I know when I found my place, I live in a penthouse on the beach. This was my dream. To me, this was Florida. So Pam finds you your dream place to love where you live. So I'm going to bring on Pam right now. Hey, Pam, welcome.
Hey, Ken. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So please share with everybody what's going on with real estate right now in Florida.
Well, right now, real estate's obviously a little bit slower with the coronavirus going on. But I'm selling houses still. We're still selling homes. And people, I think more than ever now, especially with this stay-at-home thing, they're all in places where they can't really get out. It's cold, it's dark, it's raining, it's maybe snowing still in a lot of places. And here in South Florida, we have had 80 degrees and sunny literally every single day since this started. So, yeah, maybe we can't go to the pools or the beach yet, but every single morning or evening, I go outside for a run, a walk. It's beautiful outside. As you can see, I'm wearing short sleeves or no sleeves. And everybody deserves to be happy. And we couldn't have foreseen what was happening now, obviously, but maybe if this were to happen again, where would you want to be stuck? You'd want to be stuck in a place you love. Just like you said, Ken, you're living in a place that you can't get better than a penthouse on the beach. So to wake up every morning and see sunshine, that changes your attitude like you can't even imagine. So I love putting people in homes where, they feel like it was a dream come true, that maybe it was something that they'd always wanted. They wanted to have a warm climate, maybe to make them feel better, just to get more exercise, to have a little bit different of a lifestyle. Maybe, people, they have their families in New York and Boston and Toronto, and they raise their families and the kids are grown and they're like, now what? This doesn't necessarily fit my lifestyle. And you know what? Sunny, warm Florida is really appealing. So we have a ton to do here in South Florida. And just like I said, waking up to sunshine changes your attitude immediately. So if you're talking about having love every single day, waking up to a dark, gray, dingy, snowy day where you have to put on like 3 layers to get outside, not quite so lovable. So here in South Florida, there's so many places, and I have customers I speak to. I become friends with a lot of my customers, and I had one in particular. He was very sickly. Some heart disease and blood pressure issues, and just really getting sicker and sicker. He was from Philadelphia. I put him in a condo with beach access. He's got a beautiful terrace that's bigger than his actual apartment. And his wife sent me an email saying, I changed their life. And it choked me up a little bit because I thought, wow, sometimes people look at realtors, we're salespeople or whatever, but we're putting people in their homes. It's the largest purchase that anybody ever makes. Number one, and number two, you know what? This is where you come home after maybe you've had a bad day. Maybe you've had that crappy day. You come home, don't you want a little sanctuary and a little bit of love, something that makes you relax and think things aren't so bad. So that's what I do. And I aim to make people happy, and I will never sell someone a home that I think they have worry about or they're not sure about, because ultimately I want them to call me up and say, Pam, you changed my life. So that's ultimately the goal.
Yeah, so I mean, Pam is the ultimate professional. I mean, she works. I mean, literally, Pam, the way I see you, you work 24/7. You do whatever it takes to find people. Yeah, so Pam spreads love through real estate, finding people the places that they love to live, and she's transforming their lives with love and finding a place that they love to live. And um, I just want to share that little clip, Pam, that you showed me of your niece, Alex, because she's so adorable, and she really inspired me. because kids, they just love and they just want people to be loving and lovable. So I'm just going to play that quick clip of Alex.
Um, it's very important to be loving because if you're not loving, you're not good at all.
So it's nice to be good and pretty on the outside and the inside, right?
So it's nice to be good and pretty on the inside and on the outside.
Adorable.
Kids tell the truth, don't they?
They sure do, and so do animals, which I know we spoke about
Right.
how.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Unconditional love, right?
Yeah, and Pam, I know how much you love your dog, and
I have a dog that I love, yeah.
mhm.
She's a big lover. She's a big puffball of cotton, and she's in a lot of my marketing materials and things like that. So everybody who knows me from Instagram or Facebook, they see Bella, they know Bella. Ken knows Bella, everybody knows Bella. So an attempt to give Bella a bath this weekend. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, she's a big lover. I'll torture her in a bath, and she will still love me, a minute later. So yeah, but again, it's just about making people, comfortable. If you have a pet you love, um, finding that place for them. Not all places accept pets, and just getting people into a place that literally fits their lifestyle, so that they don't have to think, and it's like a sanctuary. And you come home and you're just be happy. You know what? Like you said earlier too, if everybody just put a little bit more love in their day and just put a little bit more love out there rather than negative nastiness or anger, you'd probably not only make other people happier, but you'd make yourself happier. It's, if you think about when you are walking through Publix or wherever, and you just smile at someone and they smile back at you, it just changes your whole demeanor. So that's really the goal. And I like I said, I become friends with a ton of my customers, probably 50, more than 50, maybe percent of my customers. We go to happy hour together. Or we meet for lunch. I have one customer too. She's bought numerous homes from me. Her thing was she wanted to wake up and see the ocean every day. That was her. She was about, I don't know, mid 60s. Had never had that and decided I'm doing it. She figured it out. We found a condo to fit her budget. And every single morning she wakes up and has coffee to the view of the ocean. So what is more love than that?
And I love Pam so much. If I ever have a real estate question, I know she's the ultimate professional. She's the one to go to, and I'll call Pam with a real estate question. And the other thing is, like living in my penthouse, when I first wanted, I said, I want to live in a penthouse on the beach and an animal-friendly building. It was so hard to find a penthouse on the beach,
It's
a
not
one
easy.
bedroom, 1.5,
Yeah.
and an animal-friendly building. I mean, it's 6 months, Pam, and like Pam, she'll do whatever it takes to find you what you want. So,
Yeah.
Pam,
Yeah, the
what's it
pet
like
thing is
now?
a hard one.
hmm Yeah, I wanted love. Animals are love. I don't even have a pet. Actually, my landlord's allergic. She made me promise not to, but everybody else does. So I have all these pets running around. I'm in love. My building, and people
Which
who
is
have
great.
pets are lovers to me. People who
Yeah.
have animals are lovers. So I'm around all these lovers. And Pam, what's it like now with like virtual open houses and what's happening
Yeah.
finding a piece of real estate?
Yeah, so now we have to do things a little bit differently. Now in Florida, though, we are deemed essential. So I'm allowed to show a house. I was at a home inspection the other day. With precautions, you're allowed to do all of these things. So if you're in a position now where you absolutely have to move, there's ways to do it. We do virtual showings, virtual tours, virtual open houses. Every little thing can be virtual, including going to contract and having you e-sign and wire funds and things like that. I'm working right now with a customer in New York. Lots of things are closed down there where they're open here. We have banks and post offices open here. There, it's a little bit more challenging, and we're working through it. I'm not going to say it's as easy as a normal day, but we're getting it done. And if that's the case and you really need to move, you can do it. Rates are really low, so why not take advantage of that if you can do it? But of course, I'm not going to say that I'm not going to diminish seeing a house in person. you know, if you don't absolutely need to move today, waiting a month or two until you can fly down and really take a look, or the locals, you know, that's obviously no problem. But the New Yorkers, the people from all the Northeast are going to have a hard time getting here for a bit. So definitely hold off if that's the case. But like I said, if it's something that you absolutely have to move, or you knew what you wanted before the coronavirus hit, then and it pops up, then we can definitely entertain that. And again, with rates so low, this is a good time to really try to make that work. I do think, though, in the future, the rates are going to stay low, and I think that the values of the homes are going to go down a little bit, and then they're going to pop right back up. They're probably going to fly right back up in this area, just because, like I said earlier, the northerners are not, they're over the cold, the dreary, the snow, the rain. So they're ready to just get the, you know what, out of there. So a lot of them are going to come here, I think, in droves. We already get a high population every year in Palm Beach County. So I think it's really going to pop up even more when it comes season next year. So, and if you have something to sell, hold tight, because your value will probably drop a little bit, but it'll pop right back up when there's an influx of buyers. So that's what I see
So
happening.
now,
I hope we'll be done with this soon. It looks like Florida, we're doing okay here. More things are open, and I think come May, we'll probably get a few even more things open.
so now, being an essential worker, you can show people places as long as you're 6 feet apart.
Hmm. Yes.
And what are rates now, Pam, like mortgage rates?
So they're ranging from the high twos to the mid threes, depending on the program that you go for. And that will depend on your financial situation, of course, and what you're trying to buy. So, of course, condos are always a little bit different. There's a little bit more money required down. But, you know, still, that's all-time lows.
So
You
everything can
can't
be
beat it.
done virtually now, Pam.
Yeah.
And is this the lowest you've ever seen rates?
Yes. Yes.
So,
I've been in business 20 years. I have never seen rates go below 3%,
mhm.
ever.
Yeah. So it's a buyer's market because prices are going down. A lot of people want to unload things because they need the money.
Yes.
And then also you
And
have
I
these
find
great
too,
mortgage rates. Hmm.
yeah, and also just because of what happened, a lot of homes are coming back on market because some of the home buyers that were already into those contracts had to walk away due to financing. Maybe they lost their job. Maybe they couldn't prove their income because they were furloughed, or even if they still have their job, but their pay was cut. So there are a lot of homes that are still coming back on the market. So that's what's going to cause that buyer's market as well.
And what's
But
the
if you're a
normal
buyer, there's a
down?
lot to choose from.
So there's a lot to choose from, through contacting you. What's the normal down payment now on a place?
Well, the large banks so the large banks have tightened up some of their stipulations. So you have to have a 700 credit score, and you need that 20% down. But I think that'll change a little bit, and I do have some alternative lenders that might have other programs. So there's always options, and I never suggest going with the big banks anyway. I have local lenders that know this market and can give way more options than a large bank can give. And right now, the banks are just inundated with this whole, trying to get everybody their money. So the small business loans. So there's better options out there
So if someone's
if you
interested,
can do it.
possibly, hmm so if someone's even interested in renting or an investment, or just the
Mhm.
possibility of just seeing what's out there, how do they contact you, Pam? What's the best way to contact you?
Any single way you can possibly think of. Call, text, email, my website, smoke signal, bat signal. I respond to everything. But yeah, so I get people calling and texting all the time. You can go to my website, which is alwayssunnyinflorida.com. And there's a contact me button right there as well. You can also search for homes there and get some information about home buying process. I also have I have developed a method called the Coastal Living Method. And what it does is it helps people kind of cut through what they need to get done to move here from a different state and possibly buy a waterfront property. So lots of information, alwayssunnyinflorida.com. And if you forget that, which most people don't, because it is always sunny in Florida, you can just put my name in .com, PamOrzan.com. But Always Sunny in Florida is usually what gets people to remember it.
Beautiful. So I really want to thank you, Pam, for being on the show and sharing with us about how we can find out about real estate and spread love by finding the place we love to live in real estate. And you can visit alwayssunnyinflorida.com. It doesn't get any better than that. So again, thank you, Pam, for being on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for
And
having
I
me.
just want to say, you're welcome. I just want to say I love you all, and I look forward to seeing you next week, 3 p.m. Friday. Love you.
You've been listening to the Florida Love Show, where we've been spreading love in the Florida community. For more information, please contact me, Kenny Love, at 917-699-1995 or ken@florida-love.com or on our website, florida-love.com. See you next week, 3 p.m. Friday for the Friday Love Hour. Keep spreading love in your life and have a loving week. Love you.